Okay, it looks like it is that time. We are launching into our penultimate leadership forum of the year. I'm Diane Chase, the International Chair of IABC, and I'm so glad you're with us today. It's going to be an exciting and informative leadership forum this month with all kinds of great updates for you. First of all, I'd like to quickly kick it over to our Executive Director, Stephanie Dute, to introduce our very special other special guest today, Annie Kay.
Hi, everybody. Nice to talk to you again today. We are really excited to welcome Annie Kay Irby to the team here at IABC. Annie Kay joins us as the new Director of Membership and Certification. She has an extensive background in associations, membership, and certification work. And she's going to be just an awesome addition to our community. So I wanted to take a moment to introduce her to you all today and just let Annie Kay say a few words to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm on my second week here, and I'm looking forward to working with membership and certification. My title is Director of Membership and Certification. I've been involved in the nonprofit association industry for about 20 years or so, specializing in membership and marketing and certification. And I'm just happy to be a part of the IABC family and looking forward to doing great things. And I can't wait to meet those of you that will be at annual conference in June. And for those that I haven't met, feel free to send me an email. My email is aerby@iabc.com. Feel free to send me an email and say hello and just thank you. So happy to be here.
Well, we are so thrilled to have you, Annie Kay. Such a great addition to the senior management team and the entire team at headquarters, and a great time to have you with us, considering we have the incoming chair of the GCCC as our very special monthly guest today. So speaking of that, along with Vice Chair Sharon Hunter, we do have Deb Hillerman, CMP, the incoming chair of the Global Communication Certification Council, with us today. She has a number of updates about this important initiative that IABC has invested in. It's important on a number of levels for our professional colleagues and our profession worldwide, are standing in the global marketplace. So Deb will have all kinds of great stuff to share, not the least of which is the information about the launch of the new Senior Communication Management Professional exam. The registration deadline is tomorrow. If you want to sit the exam, the very first one, you can be among the very first to sit for the SCMP at World Conference. That happens on June the 11th. And Deb will have all the scoop and the details about that. So again, thank you so much for joining us for a monthly conversation about all things IABC. Most especially, thank you for your leadership and your dedication and support. Without you, IABC would not be what it is today, and we truly appreciate everything you do to make IABC better and better every day. Now, as we're together today, please feel free to submit questions, comments through the chat feature that you have, and we will do our best to answer them as they come up. And also, please do share tweets while we're together today. You'll see a lot of hashtags being shared, a lot of links through the chat as we go through our forum today. And as always, the forum is recorded, and you can find it on the chair's blog soon after today's session. All right, so some exciting announcements. Let's start off with all kinds of great stuff happening at World Conference. I do want to encourage you as IABC leaders to attend the annual general meeting. It's going to be, as you know, at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 10th of June at the Conference Hotel, the Washington Hilton in Washington, D.C. We're going to have an overview of highlights over the past year. We're going to have the annual report released. We're going to have Q&A time, and we're going to have several important votes as well. Not the least of which, the vision, purpose, and philosophy updates to our bylaws, which you all have been a part of helping create through the listening sessions that we've held over the past year and at the Leadership Institute as well. So ensure that, if at all possible, you're there for the AGM. We'll have a discussion of the IBC financials and very important work led by Sharon Hunter on the 2017-2020 strategic plan. So all kinds of great information and updates coming your way at the AGM. So I do hope you will be there. Now, the AGM is open to all IABC members in good standing. It does not require a conference registration, so keep that in mind. And you do need to confirm your attendance as a delegate or submit your proxies by May 25th, so do keep that in mind as well to get those into headquarters by May the 25th. So, speaking of World Conference, IABC 17, Global Business, Lead Communication, Make Real Impact. This year's conference has 3 exciting new sessions, and Stephanie is going to have lots of details about those, but I will tell you, the World Cafe, the theme this year is Ethics in Professional Communication. It's going to be an amazing global conversation about a topic that truly is more and more important to all of us every day in our profession more and more. So in new and exciting ways, this conversation is going to be very valuable, and I'm so looking forward to it. And then the Speed Networking and Business Leaders Roundtable, 2 additional sessions new this year. Lots of excitement about that, and Stephanie will have details as well. So I do hope you will be attending, and also as IABC leaders, I really would encourage you to help us make this year's conference a success. If you can step in, help us get social media out about the conference, especially to all of your non-IABC groups, so to speak. If you go to the World Conference website and go to the News tab, under there you'll find Media Room, and on that page there's a gold mine of tweets you can use and all sorts of content you can help in terms of spreading the word about this year's World Conference. So I am going to shut up now and get to our very special guest, Deb Tellerman, who is the incoming chair of the Global Communications Certification Council. Take it away, Deb.
Oh, thank you, Diane. And thank you, everyone, for the kind invitation to join you today and give you an update on where we're at with the Global Communications Certification Council. We've had a lot of activity, a lot of good things going on over the last year. I want to extend a special welcome to Annie Kay. I am so looking forward to working with you and really picking your brain and working as we really get this program moving along this year. So welcome. I want to talk a little bit first just about the importance of this program to IABC. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but the certification program is so critical to IABC's growth in the coming years, and really to our reputation as the leading global communications organization for our profession. And so this certification program that we've launched and that we're growing is very unique in our industry and very, very important, I think, overall, not only to the profession, but to the organization as well. And as you may know, we're going to be seeking ISO certification of the program later this year. And once that happens, the CMP program is really going to be the only global communication certification program out there at this level. It's going to be bigger and better than all of our competitors, and with that ISO standard is really going to help carry the ball in delivering that high level of standard for communicators worldwide. I'm very excited to be able to work with Annie Kay and her background to really help us make this certification program leading edge and really keeping us on top of the changes that occur in our profession and making sure that our certification program continues to stay current and leading edge and delivers the highest level of value for all of our certified communicators. So just by way of a general update, we currently have 69 CMPs. We have 20 communicators in the pipeline right now who have been approved to sit for the exam. Of those, 6 are registered to take the exam at some point this year. We have 7 exam dates scheduled through October of this year. Importantly, 6 of those 7 are in Canada, and we only have 1 right now scheduled in the US, and that is June 11th at World Conference. So one of the areas that I'll be talking about shortly is the things that we want to try and do in the coming year to really boost opportunities for people to take the exam, not only across the United States, but really in chapters worldwide. We've listened to feedback that we've gotten from chapters that have hosted the exam, and we've streamlined the process over the last several months. We have a new online examination, and that eliminated a lot of concerns that chapters had, particularly around chain of control with paper tests and with liability. And so we've made the process simpler for chapters and for other organizations to host the exam. That first online exam took place in February at Leadership Institute, and all 5 candidates that sat for that exam passed. And we got very good positive feedback on the online test process itself. It worked very, very smoothly, and we were very happy with how that went. The SCMP, or the Strategic Certified Communications Management Professional Program, was launched on April 11th, concurrent with the launch of our new website. You all should have received an email announcement regarding the launch of that program. And as I mentioned, the first SCMP exam will be held at World Conference in June. I'm happy to report that as of today, we have 10 applications for SCMP that have been received so far, including my own, and I'm very excited to report that this morning I learned I've been accepted, and I will be one of the first sitting for the SCMP exam on June 11th. So very excited about that. And Terry Sarasols, our current GCCC chairman, is also has applied, and I'm sure will be accepted and plans to take the exam on June 11th as well. So I'm just very, very excited to be able to lead by example and really be a guinea pig for this first SCMP test, and be able to get out there and be able to promote the program as one of the first SCMPs to come through our program. On the marketing front, we're making some good progress. Oh, and you know what, before I go to marketing, I see we've got some questions that have come up alongside things, so let's see here.
Would you like me to read those out, Deb?
I can read them. Let's see. Have we not let you know we're planning to host an exam right before Heritage Region? Laura Carter asks, have we not let you know we're planning to host an exam right before Heritage Region Conference in Pittsburgh? Laura, let me follow up on that and check to make sure that that has occurred. Appreciate that feedback. I know Joy Lovejoy. I have known her for 25 years, and that gives me a good excuse to follow up with her and catch up and see how she's done. But let me follow up on that one, Laura. Let's see. Scott Frame goes, if exam is online, but there are 7 dates, 6 in Canada and 1 in US, what's the difference between online exam and exams on these dates? The exam is conducted online, Scott, but you still have to be physically present at an exam site to take the test. It is not, and this is part of the ISO standard as well, and maintaining control over the integrity of the test process. So although the exam is conducted by a web-based test program, you still have to physically be present at an exam hosting site. I hope that answers that question. And Laura, again, possibly post the name and title of whoever's presenting in the chat for anyone who joined late. Oh, I'm Amy Miller, not Laura Carter. Okay, it said Laura Carter. Okay, Amy Miller, thank you so much. Really helpful to know that. So keep those questions coming as we go through the update. And Amy, I will check on Pittsburgh and Joy Lovejoy and make sure that we get that squared away and get that information up on the website so everybody knows that they have that opportunity at the Heritage Region Conference this fall. That's awesome. Marketing. We're making some good progress in marketing the program with IABC's new marketing director that came on board earlier this year. Mike's done a great job with us. He got our new website put together, which is gcccouncil.org. I would encourage everybody to go out and have a look at the website. We would love to get your feedback on the website. Interestingly, the GCCC page on IABC.com, I've got some interesting stats from the first quarter of this year. The certification page was the 6th most visited page first quarter with 5,149 unique page views, which I think is some great traffic. So there's definitely a lot of interest out there. Of all of those page views, a little bit more than half, 56%, came from organic Google search. So what that tells me is there's folks out there who are interested in becoming certified in the profession, and they're out there looking, and they are indeed finding us and finding our website. So I think that's a very exciting development. As I said, gcccouncil.org launched simultaneously with the SCMP in mid-April. We've got an AdWords campaign plan that's going to help promote that site. We've got some additional collateral in the pipeline as well, including a one-pager that we want to create that can be used by chapters as handouts at luncheon meetings, PD events, and other kinds of uses. And I'm going to be launching some chapter and region outreach this summer that's really going to focus on scheduling video conferences with chapter boards, with region boards, and chapter PD programs if we can, really to promote the program and to encourage chapters to host an exam. With this great video technology that we have, I'm also going to be asking all the members of the council to step up and make time to be able to speak via video conference at chapter meetings, to talk about the program and really help us get the word out in that face-to-face kind of way. So a little bit more about ISO. I'm sure some of you are familiar with the International Standards Organization and the kinds of things that that organization does. And one of the goals when this program was originally put together a few years ago was the importance of ISO certification to the credibility of the program, especially on a global scale. Even more so than it is, I think, in North America and the United States. But achieving ISO certification is really a critical step for us in terms of building that global credibility and brand positioning, quite frankly, for the certification program. Just so you understand how that works, our program had to be up and running for a minimum of 2 years before we can apply for ISO. And we just in the last 30 days hit that 2-year mark. So we are in the process now of kind of putting the plan together for application. And let me just find my notes here. Okay, so we've decided to move forward with ANSI as the appropriate body to work with in seeking our ISO accreditation. We're currently working to identify and contract with a consultant to help with the internal program review and audit, which is one of the requirements of applying for ISO certification. Our goal is to have a steering committee formed by the end of this month. And that steering committee will remain active until we have attained our accreditation through ISO. We'll begin preparation for that internal audit at the beginning of July of this year. We plan to conduct the internal audit in September and then receive that audit report approximately 30 days after the audit is completed. We may have to make some revisions to our policies and procedures in response to the findings of that audit, and we'll have approximately 60 days after we get the audit report. And our goal is to apply for accreditation in December of this year. And typically the accreditation process takes about 12 months. So if we are successful in getting our application for ISO accreditation in by the end of this year, we anticipate that by the end of 2018, the GCCC will have full ISO accreditation of the CMP programs. And that is just incredibly exciting, guys. And again, that's going to be something that's going to position this program and this council as really the brand leaders globally in certification for the communications profession. So I am so excited to be a part of that over the next couple of years. Oh, let's see. Sharon, is that really you? Okay. Can you mention Learning Path from Academy helps you refresh knowledge on key topic domains? Absolutely. We've had a lot of people ask what they can do to prepare for the exam. Are there boot camps or books they can read or other things that they can do to prepare for the exam? Let me back up first by just talking about why this certification is an exam format. Many of you may be ABCs and have gone through the accreditation program over the years. And as you know, part of the ABC program required you to submit a portfolio and sit for interviews as well as taking an exam. Well, when this program was being put together and we recognized the importance of that global ISO certification, the structure of the ABC program really wasn't a fit for that. And especially because of the global nature of what it is we're trying to do, the portfolio piece of that was especially challenging. So in putting the certification program together, in order to, as we went and put this program together, we wanted to make it experience and learning based. And so when you apply for certification, there are some minimum requirements in terms of your years of experience, the types of experience that you have, the education and training that you have gone through most recently, and then the requirement to sit for a 100-question multiple choice exam. Another big difference in the two programs is with ABC, once you attained it, as long as you maintained your IABC membership, you could keep ABC for life. Well, an important difference with the CMP program and part of the ISO standard in keeping it really cutting edge is that you have to continue to expand your skills, and continuing education, lifelong learning is a very important component of that. And so once you get your CMP, you have to continue to demonstrate that you are learning new skills, that you are expanding your experiences and your skill set. And so as Sharon mentioned, Learning Paths in the IABC Academy, there are some wonderful programs already in the Academy today and new ones being added all the time that are great programs that you can take either as refreshers or as programs that are going to help you prepare to sit for the test. So I would strongly encourage you to go have a look at all the programs that are currently in IABC Academy. Sign up and take as many as you can. There's a lot of great different learning paths there that are of tremendous value to us as communicators. And the other important thing is by taking some of those Academy programs, those qualify for part of that education requirement that you have to meet when you apply for certification. And so absolutely very important that everybody takes advantage of the resources that IABC is offering to our members to be able to get that additional training, education, background, and prepare yourself to sit for the exam. So in wrapping up, we've made some tremendous progress over the last 12 months under Terry Sarasol's leadership. And we've got a lot of momentum right now coming into the next leadership year. A lot of excitement with the council. We've got a new vice chair joining us, and Theo Mary Karamanis is going to be our new vice chair. And Katrina Greco, CMP, is also going to be joining the council at the 1st of July, and I'm very excited to be welcoming them to the council as well. And so I think we're going to have a lot of good things to report over the next 12 to 18 months with the Global Communication Certification Council. And I would welcome any feedback and input either at this time or if you are looking for additional information on the program, or if you'd like to invite me to join your chapter board meeting via video conference, just let me know.
That's excellent, Deb. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love the fact that there's going to be this proactive approach under your leadership about reaching out to chapters and providing any sort of professional development or information sessions around the GCCC and certification. So thrilling about the ISO standard coming sooner rather than later. It really does set us apart in so many ways. We have a few minutes left here, so I want to quickly go over to Stephanie with updates from headquarters.
Well, I'll be very, very brief to make sure we have time to hear from Sharon as well. We're just really, really excited about the SCMP certification program and World Conference coming up. There are a number of promotions coming up for World Conference. So if you're registering in the coming days, be on the lookout for some specials that might be available to you as a registrant. And we're really excited about getting everyone there. There are some really cool things happening that Diane talked about at the beginning: speed networking and a business leaders forum, the World Cafe, a real focus on some things that are impacting the profession right now. So we're very excited about all of that and really looking forward to seeing everyone we can in June.
Very good. Thank you, Stephanie. And Sharon Hunter.
Thanks, Diane, and thanks, everyone. This was a great session today. I'm so excited. As you know, the certification program is really key to part of the new strategy launching as of June this year, the 1720 strategy, as part of advancing the profession. Just a very quick note, the AGM notice comes out 21 days before AGM, and I believe that will be May 19th. In there is this validation again of the key pillars of the new strategy that we are voting on at the AGM to replace the preamble of the bylaws for the vision, purpose, and philosophy statements, as Diane mentioned earlier. I'm going to post the chair blog again for anyone as a reminder of what we showed at Leadership Institute and what is actually underpinning the new strategy framework that the board will vote on officially at our Saturday, June 10th meeting at World Conference prior to the AGM. And that is all about advancing the profession, creating connection, and developing strategic communicators. If you have any questions about this, please do reach out. Otherwise, watch for that AGM notice coming, and I hope to see you at the AGM so we can talk further about how we're bringing the association forward in the next year. Thanks so much, and again, I look forward to any questions.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Really appreciate it. What a jam-packed session today. And any final comments, Deb? Any bit of information? Thank you for sharing your contact information through the chat there. Again, obviously, everyone is super encouraged to get in touch with Deb with any input, comments, questions, needs.
Absolutely. And as I said, you know, one of the great benefits for me as a consultant is that my time is very flexible. And so I can, unlike Gumby teaches us to be flexible, right? So more than happy to work with chapters, chapter leadership, region leadership, if they're interested in, again, having that video conference or an audio conference so that we can start spreading the word and really starting to grow this program. I invite everyone to reach out to me and we'll get it set up.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And question from Amy here, who is not Laura Carter, as we know. The proxy requirements, Amy, need to be submitted by May 25th to headquarters. So you'll submit those to Kirsten in all of her wonderful governance role. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to Kirsten with any needs around your proxy. All right, we did it in 28 minutes. Awesome. Yay us, right? So I don't know. I just think that we did some communicating today. What a concept. Thank you all so much. Do check out the Chairs blog, and I do very much hope to see you at World Conference and at the AGM. So many exciting things and a few surprises coming up at AGM too, so you don't want to miss that. Our final leadership forum of this board year is going to be on the final Wednesday of May, May 31st at 10 a.m. Pacific. So please do join us. Let's keep creating connection, and I will see you soon. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.